What's this? What's this? There's something in the air. What's this? What's this? It's the Nightmare Before Christmas 25 years celebration. Because on the 29th of October 1993, Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas was released in cinemas across America and across the world. And it just changed everything. Because I am a huge fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. A huge fan. As I'm going to talk through this video, there will be things popping up. It could be things that I bought, or there could be autographs. So as I'm talking, a thing will pop up. In fact, let's just go through, because I've got little things written down here. Things that you may not know about the movie. Did you know that Tim Burton did not direct the movie? I didn't know that. I just assumed he directed the movie. No, he didn't. I've got Tim Burton's autograph. That's popped up there. That's from when he directed Planet of the Apes. But Tim Burton directed a lot of films, and I like a lot of his films. If you've not seen it, or that's a slight sidetrack, watch Ed Wood, E.D., Ed, and then Wood. A really good film, watch it. But anyway, he didn't direct the movie, which is a surprise. Someone else directed the movie. Yes, Tim Burton's name goes across the title of it as basically as he's a producer in the film. He's not the actual director of the film. But then another little fact is, and this is probably what everyone knows, is that although Tim didn't direct the film, he did do the original poem, the Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas poem. He's got a little poetry book, which I've got that poetry book, and there's quite a lengthy poem of the Nightmare Before Christmas. He did that, which is what the film was based upon. I will not recite the poem. Go online, it must be there somewhere. Someone must have done a YouTube clip of it. It's probably there to read. If not, look on Amazon. It's got to be out there somewhere if you actually want to read the original poem that he did. Right, the role of Santa Claus was nearly played by Vincent Price. He nearly did the voice for it. Vincent Price did actually pop up in a short movie called Vincent, who was a little boy who thought he was Vincent Price. That is on the DVD. I think it's on the Blu-ray as well for Nightmare Before Christmas. I remember seeing it at the cinema, and they showed that short before they showed the Nightmare Before Christmas. But say Vincent Price was going to be the voice of Sandy Claus. Sandy Claus, not Santa Claus, Sandy Claus. But unfortunately his wife died, and he was quite upset, which everyone would be when your wife dies or your spouse dies. And he didn't do the role, so someone else did portray the voice of Sandy Claus. Now, another little fact that you may or may not know, depending how much you've got in terms of Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. If you watch the movie, there is the opening narration, was the night before Christmas, and off it goes from there. That's done by, I think, the same voice who does Sandy Claus in the movie. If you've got the CD, that narration was done by Patrick Stewart, aka Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek Next Generation. So for some reason he was cut out of the film. I think it's probably because they didn't want the Nightmare film to be too closely linked to Star Trek. And he's got such a distinct voice, so they used another voice. But it is still on the CD. So if you ever want to hear the original narration, check out the CD. Now, there are, in fact, some hidden Mickeys in the Nightmare Before Christmas. I didn't know this. I'm just doing this because I did a little fun facts that I didn't know. I knew some of these facts, some of them I didn't know. There are some hidden Mickeys. So, in the scene, let me bring this a bit closer. I don't know why I do this. I always go like this to read what I'm doing. I can read it, but I always do that. Must be an old person's thing. Since the success of Nightmare Before Christmas, Disney became less shy about the association of Nightmare Before Christmas to Disney, because Disney's quite fun. Nightmare is a little bit dark, but in the scene where Jack's Christmas gifts attack, there's a flying stuffed animal. That flying stuffed animal with a sharp-toothed grin is meant to be the Tim Burton version of Mickey Mouse, so that's a very loose Mickey, hidden Mickey. But in that same scene, the girl that thing attacks is wearing a Mickey print nightgown, and the little boy, the brother, is wearing pyjamas covered in Donald Duck. So I didn't know that, so I'm going to watch that again and freeze frame that, because I've never noticed that before myself. It was obviously such a very fast scene, but yes, I'm going to watch that one myself. Right, there's also a little nod to Ed Wood in Nightmare Before Christmas. Ed Wood, it says, definitely we've got to check out. But in the Nightmare Before Christmas, in Halloween Town, there's a burly, bald-headed, behemoth, sweet-natured brute who was, he bears a striking resemblance to the Swedish wrestler Tor Johnson, and Tor Johnson does pop up in Ed Wood, Tim Burton's Ed Wood. Do check out that film. I'm going to keep on saying it. Check out Ed Wood, because a lot of people check out a lot of the Tim Burton films and potentially gloss over that one. That is his, it's all filmed in black and white, but I'm sidetracking here. This is the Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas special. Now, there is a hidden Danny Elfman cameo. Danny Elfman he's done a lot of collaborations with Tim Burton, basically doing all of his music, pretty much all of his films. I've got his autograph, that's probably popped up as I'm speaking. Danny Elfman did the singing voice of Jack Skellington, so I didn't know that. I always assumed it was Chris Sarandon. No, we've got his name then. Chris Sarandon. I always assumed he did the singing, but he didn't. It was Danny Elfman doing the singing. Chris Sarandon did the vocal, the speech, you know, the words of Jack Skellington. And as the picture has popped up there, as you've probably seen, I've met Chris Sarandon. What I'm wearing, you can't quite see it, but I've got a Nightmare Before Christmas t-shirt. There's Nightmare Before Christmas belt buckle, and my jacket, my denim jacket, is a Nightmare Before Christmas denim jacket. It's got a huge picture of Jack on the back, really, and little buttons. I've got Nightmare Before Christmas. Really, really cool denim jacket, which my parents got me in Florida many years ago. In fact, there's so many things dotted around this house, which is not a Nightmare Before Christmas. Over there, there's a Jack Skellington candlestick holder. There, you might not be able to see it. There is a Nightmare Before Christmas goblet, which I've got little bits and bobs in. In the corner there is a Jack Skellington in a coffin. That's always on display. And even to put my drinks on, as he lifts it up there, it's the Mayor. This is a China one. I've had this for years, a set of 4, but I've always left the Mayor out, because I love the Mayor. Now, Tim Burton also dragged in other people that he knew from other films, that he'd used in other films. He used Paul Rubens to do the voice of Stock, as in Lock, Stock and Barrel, those 3 little characters who get up to mischief. He appeared in Tim Burton's Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Also, the voice of Sally is Catherine O'Hara. Catherine O'Hara pops up in Beetlejuice, which is another Tim Burton film. So that's what I like about Tim Burton. He does, if he likes someone, he will try to use them in some of his other films. Obviously, Johnny Depp pops up in a lot of Tim Burton films. So yes, but anyway, slight sidetrack. Nightmare Before Christmas. It is a great movie. I'm going to pop it up there because I'm looking at it as I'm speaking. When we're in Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and it's slightly going to, well, it's a little spoiler alert, because I don't think I'd have posted the What We Bought in Florida vlogs at the moment, but I picked up the Oogie Boogie Man popcorn holder, which is huge. It is huge. So what do I love about Nightmare Before Christmas? I love it all. I do love animation, because although I love Disney, and we love the Disney songs, we love the Disney story, I do look at it through like an animator's eye. Although I don't animate, I just love the work that gets involved in animation. And the stop motion animation I'd seen previously in Ray Harryhausen, who done Clash of the Titans and Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger and all those sort of films. But the stop animation is a technique to animate, in effect, like an object. It could be plasticine, like Morph, if you remember Morph from, if you're British. So it's just literally one frame at a time, you're just moving it ever so slightly. And it's such an intricate way to animate. I love that animation, that skill, it's just really, really cool. So I love the animation of the film, I love the story of the film, because it's, in my interpretation, it's like, be thankful for what you got. Jack Skellington wants more than just to be Halloween, he wants to be involved in Christmas, it all goes a bit wrong, Santa Claus comes to the rescue, then he goes back to being in Halloween Town. So it's kind of a tale of like, sometimes you obviously want to do better for yourself, but be happy with what you got. Be appreciative of what you got. So I love that, and I love the music. I love all the music. This is uploaded on Monday, as in the day of the anniversary. So 2 days previous, if you check it out, it was my sing-along Saturday. Was This Is Halloween, which is a great song. Always singing that one. And I do love What's This? Love that song. There's so many good songs, and I've got the CD anyway. I've got the Blu-ray over there. I used to have the DVD, then we upgraded it to Blu-ray, which I bought. My wife didn't think I had it on Blu-ray, so she bought me again on Blu-ray a few Christmases ago, and I said, I've already got that on Blu-ray. Where? It's over there on our rack. So I had 2 copies on Blu-ray, so I did give away a copy to someone who will be equally appreciative of it. But just love the film. If you've never watched Nightmare Before Christmas, shame on you, shame on you. Do watch it. It normally pops up, normally around Christmas, not as opposed to Halloween. It will pop up somewhere. If you've not, go rent it, go buy it. Just you won't regret it. You won't regret it. I just love the film. Just love the film.